Okay, this is kind of strange because my image keeps disappearing. And there we go. And I can't see me. Oh well, I'm hoping you can see me. So we are on page 21, and it's been a while. This is right whenever a she went to go pick up Angel, the dog. This is her first dog that Wes is having her pick up. She nudged one of the toys with her sneaker, flipping it on its back. A teddy bear stared back at her, a head badly bitten, stuffing oozing out of the neck. It only had one eye. A low growl raised the hairs on the back of Jessie's neck. She lifted her head, and then she realized the dog wasn't in his doghouse. The dog was right behind her. Angel was right behind her. Jessie turned, but she felt like she was moving in a dream, all slow motion and thick, gravy air. Angel stood only a few feet away, his fur a glossy brown, his eyes wide and deep. He was huge, his chest twice as wide as Jessie's, and his muscles bulging. Angel growled again, his lips pulling back to show off his teeth, and Jessie took a step back, then another, holding the leash in front of her like it was a shield. "Hey, Angel. Good boy," Angel barked. Jessie dropped the leash and scrambled for the gate latch. It wouldn't open. Wes, let me out." She pounded at the gate. "You need to face this, kid." She turned and faced Angel. It was not an improvement. "He's not happy to see me. Remember the first rule." "I don't. I forgot it. I'm not ready." Wes snorted. "Not ready? I don't believe in this not ready nonsense. Do you think dogs need time to prepare?" "No, they act, or they do not act. You must achieve the mind of a dog to properly walk a dog." "What does that mean?" Ah! Angel's muscles bunched, and then he was airborne, his front paws catching Jessie right in the chest and knocking her to the ground. Jessie landed so hard, all the air whooshed out of her lungs, and she was left gasping with the pit bull on top of her, those teeth inches from her face. Chapter 3. Jessie couldn't breathe. Angel's paws were crushing the life out of her, and she had a face full of dog breath and saliva. All she could see were teeth. Lots and lots of teeth. Plenty to get the job done. She closed her eyes. This was it. She was going to die beneath the paws of a dog. Slurp! Jessie's eyes shot open. Slurp, slurp. Let me pause. Hold on. Oh, we lost it again. Hold on. There we go. Slurp, slurp. Angel's tongue caught Jessie across her whole face and nose, leaving them cold and wet and sticky. It was completely disgusting, but much better than having her face chomped. Well, probably. Jessie squirmed until she managed to free herself from under Angel. She wiped her face on her sleeve as she sat up, uncomfortably aware of the dog's steady, unblinking gaze. "You still alive, kid?" "Yes," Jessie said, "barely." "Oh, good. I was not looking forward to the paperwork involved otherwise." Jessie scowled. "Well, I'm glad I didn't inconvenience you." She stood, and so did Angel. Jessie eyed the dog and felt bruised all over. The last thing she wanted was a repeat flying tackle. "Sit," she ordered. Angel ignored her command completely, his tongue lolling. Why was he laughing at her? She took a deep breath, remembering the first rule, calm and confident. Too bad she didn't feel either one of those things. Her hands still shook, and she kept picturing Angel's teeth looming over her face. Angel made a little whining noise, and Jessie's heart beat faster. She shook her arms out, letting her breath go. Calm and confident. Calm and confident. Repeating the words wasn't helping, so instead she pictured a great big redwood tree. She'd seen tons of them last year when her father picked up that lumber job in California. They seemed so proud, like they would be there forever, like the world could change around them, but they never would. Jessie liked that. She imagined herself as one of them, her feet as roots, her arms as branches, her body solid as wood. She looked at Angel. Sit. Angel sat. Relief made Jessie lightheaded. It was working. Stay. She took a step back. Angel stayed. I'm a natural, she whispered. She felt as if she'd scored the winning goal in a game. She found her discarded leash a few feet away. Angel whined again, his tail kicking up dirt behind him, his large brown eyes fixed intently on the leash in Jessie's hand. Here was the moment of truth. Jessie swallowed hard as she moved closer to Angel. Even sitting, the dog's head reached her waist, and there was no getting around those bulging muscles. Jessie held her breath as she leaned over him, moving her hands closer to that mouth to clip the leash onto Angel's metal-studded collar. Angel smiled up at her, still sitting patiently like the best dog in the world. Tentatively, Jessie put out her hand and scratched behind Angel's left ear. He leaned his head into it, and she relaxed. Oh, you're a friendly pitty, aren't you? Are you having a party in there or what? Wes asked. Hurry it up, kid. The leashing is supposed to be the easy part. We still need to walk the dog. Jessie rolled her eyes. The easy part? Yeah, right. Holding the leash tightly in both hands, she told Angel, heel, and walked to the gate. Angel trotted obediently at her side, and Jessie knocked confidently at the gate. Is he leashed? Wes asked. You bet. Okay, hold on tight. The gate opened. Angel gave Jessie one last loving look, his brown eyes warm and innocent, and then bam! He shot through the open gate so fast he dragged Jessie through like a kite in a hurricane. Wes lunged forward to catch her, but Jessie was already past him and still moving fast, stumbling and sliding behind Angel as the dog sprinted down the street. She heard a loud crash and then even louder cursing and knew she was on her own. Ground yourself, kid. Drop your weight. Bend your arms and knees, and for the love of dog, don't let go of that leash. Jessie's knuckles were white, her arms were shaking, she could not drop her weight, she couldn't bend her arms, only run as Angel picked up speed. And the houses, yards, and happy carefree people blurred behind her. Jessie had never run so fast in her life. Not in any of her soccer practices, not even when they'd practiced sprints. Her world narrowed to the dog charging forward, the leash clutched desperately in her hand, and her legs turning over and over. She ran until she tasted blood in the back of her throat, and her hands went numb until her legs burned and her legs ached. And then she ran some more.